What's up, bikers? I'm Johnny Thompson from Fit for Racing, and today I've got 8 tips to make you a better rider. At Fit for Racing, we're all about bang for buck training, so you're making the most of your time spent in the gym so you can get better on the bike, whether it's riding longer, harder, faster, beating your friends, being less fatigued, less sore the next day. All of those things will be helped by doing the right kind of training. So watch on for these 8 tips, subscribe because there will be loads more coming in the future, and I'll see you at the end for a massive montage of Jamie Law on his motocross bike and in the gym, which is never a bad thing. Toes to bar are an amazing movement because they're so big. Obviously the core is engaged loads, but look at the angle change in my shoulder. That's going to create lots of lat strength and ability, which will contribute to biking. But if you can't do a full toes to bar, you can still get benefits from straight leg raises or even just knee raises if you focus on the change of angle through your shoulder as well as bringing your legs up. I think I pulled my groin. Are you ready for my favorite position? Doggy stretch! This stretch is amazing for the adductors, which are going to pin to your lower back, may well create some lower back pain if they're not flexible. They are very well worked as a rider and for doing squats, so they will get tight. Now here's the position. Get stretched, middle of your feet on the floor. Now, here is a bad girlfriend position. Here's good girlfriend position. So make sure you're in this good girlfriend position. Lean back, so you're pushing back against that tension. That's really going to open up your groin and make you a better rider. How's this? I'm going. I don't even know what I'm going to say. I'm going to practice my riding. Riding your bike in this position. Massive hinge through that front hip. Now, developing this is going to be really good with dumbbells. So you replicate in a bike position, but bringing up here is going to really isolate that front glute. And look at the angle change in this hip. So it's 90 degrees to fully standing, all initiated through glutes and hamstrings, which will become weak for office workers that sit down all day. So you need to develop these to avoid lower back pain. So stretch the hips, develop the glutes and hamstrings, avoid lower back pain, and increase your riding ability tenfold. Good mornings are fantastic for glute and hamstring development, also mobility in that area. If you've got lower back pain, it's essential that you develop your glutes and hamstrings to even up that pelvis if you've got strong quads from riding. So, good mornings are fantastic as a standalone exercise, but if you're planning on doing any squats, deadlifts, cleans, anything hingy, or even before rides, do 3 sets of 15 to 20 as a priming exercise so that these are fired up, ready to use for better riding positions, better squatting positions, and better use of your time. Strict pull-ups, amazing for lat development, which is going to be great for bike handling skills, not just for around the shoulder, but that pins to your obliques, which is also important for trunk rotation. So lats to obliques, amazing for bike handling. But if you can't do strict pull-ups, then kipping pull-ups during metabolic conditioning work is going to add intensity and benefit. And then, if you can't do either, a band will be a good substitution for both. Add a little scaling option in the foot or even less by hooking it onto your knee. So try one of those variations, add them to your program once a week and see the benefits in your bike handling. Russian twists, amazing for bike handling. Why? Because of the rotational benefits through the midline. Obviously it's going to create some more muscular endurance in the shoulders, but can you do 200 of them? Guys on the program have been doing this for a few weeks. Some of them are crushing 200 in one single set. But remember, don't touch the ground with the plate or your heels, or that's your set over. 200, can you do it? Side planks are amazing for stabilizing the midline. Your midline is there to stabilize your spine and stop any injury. So primarily, it's for bracing. However, as a rider, we might want some more dynamic effort through the midline. So why don't you do a side plank with pumps? So go to a stable position here, still staying braced, and see the difference that makes through your obliques. Quads are mega tight as a rider and an office worker. By sitting down all day, tight quads are going to affect your pelvis position and more than likely create some lower back tension. This is an extreme stretch. If you can't handle this, only go this way, because we're not necessarily trying to get all the way up. What we're doing is changing the angle in the hip. So if you're standing and you're super tight, more than likely you can't even stand without being in this overextended position in your lower back, which is super compromising for many things and will create tension in your lower back and it will cause pain. Before you do this stretch though, even better, bang for buck, do a foam rolling of your quads all the way around for 2 minutes, then hold the quad stretch against a wall or a box or something like this, and then see the change. 2 minutes rolling, 2 minutes stretching, each side, every single day will make you a better rider. And as promised, a little montage of Jamie Law going to private track, putting some time in with some purposeful practice. I'm not going to talk a lot about this, but it's important to understand that when you get chance on the bike, that it's purposeful time, as is in the gym, purposeful training to improve your riding. So it's not all about just out doing laps for no purpose, and the same in the gym, just sitting on a treadmill or a rowing machine or just doing some bicep curls. None of that's really going to contribute. It might a little bit, but what we want to do is make best use of your time. So in the gym, on the track, practice, improve, and then you will become a better rider. So as promised, here's the montage of the private track with Jamie Law. If this is you watching at the end of the video, thank you very much for watching it all. It might mean that you're interested in Fit for Racing to the next level, which is that we write a program specifically for your sport. You can follow that program, make best use of your time in the gym, and know that you're contributing to your performance on the bike. So visit fitforracing.com. You can sign up and start working towards that ultimate bike fitness today. We'll send you out some tests on your first email. You've got a week to complete those, and then we can do some specific stuff around your needs on percentages, pacing, so that you know that you're doing exactly what you need to do to become a more winner rider. Any questions, email them through. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, obviously. And until next time, remember, it's your time, make it count. Peace.